Hello everyone, it's me, Adam P, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the best looks of Lady Gaga. Before we dive in though, obviously make sure you hit that subscribe button. Get more pop culture tea from me, Adam P. And also, shout out to Gagapedia. That is where I got all of these images. So the first outfit I would like to point out is when she was on Oprah back in January. Usually, my personal taste, I don't really enjoy one sleeve stuff. I don't know, it just doesn't fit right to me. It just feels incomplete. But the fabric and the material is very cool. I like it a lot. My favorite thing about this though is the headpiece, is the sea urchins on top of her. They look great. I feel like if she mixed the fabrics with this white sequin or these beads and stuff, I don't think it would really work out well. So I think it was good to keep this all one thing. And then in this interview, you know, I noticed she said that she loves shoulder pads.
I really love shoulder pads, so I made myself into a hunchback.
It all makes sense. Throughout her entire career, you're gonna notice she loves exaggerated shoulders. Next outfit I love is from the 2010 Grammys when she won her first two. Aww. And this is a jacket and bodysuit by Armani Privé and a hat by the iconic, the legendary Philip Tracy. You will notice him a lot more soon. This jacket is way more interesting in the back. I mean, look at that. It looks very, she just looks like an ice princess, kind of, an ice queen, really, or a sequin queen. But the star of the show is that headpiece. It is so fantastic. I love the way it's styled and the way it is symmetrical, I want to say. It kind of fits to her theme throughout her fame era with these crystals and, you know, the shapes, the hard shapes like this. So, I mean, that headpiece is seriously stunning.
Well, Mr. Armani custom made everything for me tonight, and he's truly a fashion legend, and I'm very honored to be wearing it.
Now next, she went to the Brit Awards in 2010, and she was the star of that night because she won 3 major awards, including International Album, International Artist. I liked her performance outfit when she performed Dance in the Dark and Telephone. Alexander McQueen recently passed away, so she was really giving it to the girls. I noticed she's wearing a lot of white in light colors so far. Maybe that they did that on purpose as a theme. The hair is also like the main star of this outfit. The hair is by Malcolm Edwards. Good job, Malcolm. It kind of looks like a loofah and suspended up in the air. And I remember she was on an interview and someone was like, "Can I touch your hair?"
Can I just touch this?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No.
No. Will it move if I did?
No.
Okay. It's just not allowed.
No.
Okay.
May I touch you?
Yeah?
No.
Just the little detail of her eyelids / eyelashes just sticking out like that. Something like that. It's a little bit different and unique. It honestly does go a long way. So, especially for an outfit like this. Now next, oh my gosh, and it's another light color. This translucent plastique / rubber outfit with the nipples taped up like that. And of course, the star of this is another Philip Tracy headpiece. It is the lobster. I don't know why she wore a lobster. There's not really a specific reason. However, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous headpiece. I mean, I love it. I don't know why she has a chicken foot. It kind of looks like a chicken foot, right? I don't know. But the yellow works well with the white, and a really bold red lip works great here. Now this is our first time, one of our first occurrences with the yellow urine hair. Now, when I was younger, I wasn't really turned on to it. However, growing older, I'm into it.
She didn't wear this in an official event. She wore this from a tour to a restaurant, and then she actually wore this only for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. But it became so viral because of the paparazzi photos.
But shout out to Rachael Barrett. Or Rachel Barrett, sweetheart? Rachael Barrett. amazing idea of an outfit, and we thank you forever. It would be a gag if she wore this kind of outfit again in like recent years. Ooh, we are getting a lot of headpieces, mama. The budget's huge right now. Okay. Here it again is the translucent dress. Absolutely love it. I even love the shape of it even more. I think it looks great. I mean, my only issue is like, if she gets sweaty, does it get all wet or something? I don't know. Well, if you look closely to this image, it kind of does look like it's wet a little bit, and it doesn't look too bad though. It really doesn't. So next is one that is very special to my heart. It is from the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine, the Gun Bra. I remember I went to Target with my dad, and I was like, Dad, I need to get this magazine cover of Gaga. He was so apprehensive, and he was like, ugh. And I totally remember. And then I showed it to him, and he was like, oh, geez. Like, I think he said something like that. He was like, ah, geez. But guess what? He caved and he bought it for his son, and I will never, ever, ever forget it. Ah. So yes, I've had this since 2010. It is very special to me. It had a fantastic cover story about her. It was mainly just about like, how did you get here, you know? And I should reread it. It is so good. I remember it being so good. This is during the time when she is promoting Alejandro. So you get why she has this short hair. And I think she looks great in this really short bob. And the guns, it is very Alejandro promoting it. But if you look at the full shot, look at the shoes she's wearing. My God, I love them. I love the color. I love the texture of it. I love the way it looks in the light. I love the shape of it. It's just everything about those shoes I love. I think it would be a lot more controversial if she had this outfit on now, because I think she would have gotten a lot more flack from it because of all the, you know, horrible things that have happened in the past decade, especially in America. Now the next outfit, I think I'm gonna have to give it my Fierce of the Year of 2010. It is just so iconic. It is one of her outfits from the Faye Monster Ball. It is the living dress. My God. It moves automatically, like all these, oh my gosh. Like even the skirt will just move ever so slightly, and it's just so fierce. She looks like another like snow fairy, and when it moves, it is really like, it's just so special. Not in this past decade have I seen really something this from another like mainstream girl. What's really iconic about it is that in the show, she is like getting blown away by like a tornado, and inside the tornado is when they do the quick change. So she's putting this on in front of all these people, and it's, oh my God. Okay, this is like 2011, but I'm just gonna say it now. If you have not seen Lady Gaga's HBO special at Madison Square Garden, you really, really should, because that show and that whole thing is like a great example of why she is like such a superstar. I'm not joking. It's just her presence, her stage presence in it is just so, oh, it is so fierce and outstanding. I remember like telling my parents, like, I want to see this tour. Like, I looked up tickets and everything, and they were like, complete nooch. Complete nooch. They didn't care. They were like, nope. And their reasoning is like, oh, you'll get to see all the concerts in the world when you're older, when you're 18. Do you not understand? This is the Fame Monster Ball. This is not a concert. This is an experience that is only for a limited amount of time. It would have been awesome to see Gaga in this show, in this tour, at this specific moment in her career when she's like the biggest thing since sliced bread. But nonetheless, I do see her eventually, and it's good. We're totally good. Now let's move on to the 2010 VMAs, which is another award show that is all about her. She's nominated so many times for Bad Romance and even Telephone. My God. And I think it's the most nominations she tied with the most nominations for the VMAs. And I remember, oh, this is so embarrassing. Okay, but I remember it was 9th grade, and the day afterwards, I wrote 13 and then I wrote 8 because she was nominated for 13 and she won 8. It was so, like, my God. My Gaga, you know? I love the color combinations with it. My favorite thing about this is, of course, another fierce headpiece from Gaga in 2010.
This dress was inspired by the artist the Bosch print, and I remember we added these tulle behind to give more of a dynamic shape on the red carpet.
And then, I mean, we have to talk about it. It's like, I would say one of, if not the most iconic Lady Gaga look of all time, the meat dress. It is by Frank Fernandez. I don't even want to call it simplistic because I think they probably strategically placed the meats very well based on the texture of it. Because look at the whites of the fats of the meat and then the reds of the muscle of the meat. If you look far away, it does look kind of like, it honestly does look like a fabric, you know? I didn't find it really offensive. I mean, she was gonna have all this attention already no matter what she was gonna say. So of course she was like, let's just go for it and do something crazy. Another fun fact is I had to go to bed at like 9 p.m. I couldn't watch the end. And I remember my friend Zoe, she called me right after the show and she called me and told me what happened. Like, she wore this meat dress. I was in my bed, lights off, you know, thinking, my parents thinking I'm asleep. No. And, oh, she wore a meat dress and her new thing's called Born This Way. I was like, oh my God. That's crazy. I just remember being so excited. I was at stan mode. I think she fully deserved all of the awards because Bad Romance was just, that was a really well-made video in my opinion. And then she did go on Ellen, who is a vegan, a very known vegan, and she explained that it's like kind of like the don't ask don't tell thing where if you can't be out and proud, we're just like meat on our bones, we're just, you know, or just pieces of meat. Why can't we be people? The final look I want to talk about is way later in December. It's this black bedazzled pearl, gem, diamond, crystal encrusted bodysuit with this corset and of course this black veil all around her, and it's so dramatic. And I think it's just her shopping at like a designer store. I think she would have worn a black crown or something if she wore this to like the red carpet or something. But no, it's casual, so just put the black veil on and go. I just love this look so much because of the dramatics of it. I think even if it walked down the runway to this day, I would be gagged. I just love how dramatic it is. And you know what's funny? My favorite looks were all, beginning of the year, were all light and bright. She ends the year with this black outfit, completely dark. The only critique I have is like, if you zoom in, I kind of wish that the spiked bra part of the corset was up a little higher to match her boobs. Cause you know, notice it's like kind of low. I mean, maybe it was there higher in the first place and they sagged a little, but if they were just up a little bit more, I think it would have been a perfect shot. So it's a fantastic outfit. Honestly, I would wear it. Shit. You hop into my size, boo. I was about to give it my fierce of the year, but the living dress, come on. I have to do it. I have to do it. But very good honorable mention. 2010 overall was a crazy year for Gaga. Touring, club, another club, studio, writing music, recording this album, going on tour, and it's just nonstop. I'm sure she was so exhausted at some points, you know? And maybe honestly too, like, I think she probably felt anxiety of being like, okay, like, what do I do next after all this success with my first era, my first cycle? How am I gonna keep this momentum? So I'm sure she had a lot of pressure under her, and I hope maybe the shows were kind of therapeutic or let her loose more, because, and I mean, the audience went nuts for her at the time because this was just a whole show. I also want to show one more thing before we go. In 2010, I got these at Hot Topic. They had bracelets, and I had to get them. One is I Want Your Ugly, of course, from Bad Romance. And then the other one, oh my God, this brings back so many memories. Lady Gaga, House of Gaga, 09, 2010. I used to wear this sucker all the time in 9th grade. I really did. Woo, child, that was a stan, honey. Thank you guys so much for checking out my favorite looks of 2010. What were some of your favorite looks? And then lastly, make sure you hit me up on my social media. And I will see you guys next time for best looks of 2011. Ooh, that was a good year. All right, I'll see you soon.
What is it, the message that you most want people to receive?
I want them to free themselves, and I want them to be proud of who they are, and I want them to celebrate all the things they don't like about themselves the way that I did, and be so truly happy from inside.